Hey guys, I'm Tyler Kopstock and welcome to my channel. I represent Frontline Academy and I'm a student under Eduardo Teta Rios. I'm a full-time Jiu-Jitsu athlete and instructor, and I created this page to share my techniques, training, and Jiu-Jitsu journey with you. Feel free to like and subscribe, and welcome to the family. Us. Hey guys, welcome to another week here at the beginners course, and today we're going to go through some passes, basically some stack passes, and this is pretty bread and butter kind of moves, and I feel like when I least expect it, it's actually the passes that works. And of course, it takes a lot of practice, but it's one of the few things that actually goes with you even further after you graduate or you go into the brown belt division and all of that. So starting with Christian on the bottom here, and there's a lot of ways to end up in the position, but we're just going to make it super simple, where I have one leg in between my legs, so half guard, right? And we've done a couple of passes from the half guard before, but this is a little bit different than the ones we've been controlling the top body from, right? So what I'm looking for now is to throw my arm under his thigh here on the other side, okay? It's always going to be a fight whether his foot is posted on my thigh here, or there's a different kind of scenarios where he can set up grips and stuff. But right now, we're starting from a no grip kind of situation. And I'm going to swing my arm under and look for the belt grip on the side of his hip here, okay? So with this hand, I'm going to grab the side of his knee here, okay? I always try to hide my elbow as well, because seeing it from his perspective, I love it when people have their elbow open like this, okay? So important here is to keep that elbow tight so that if he tries to get that underhook now, suddenly it's much, much harder for him to start the attack, okay? Now, once I've established my grips, of course this happens a little bit fast, but I'm just gonna put it into pieces so it will be easier to digest. So here, I'm gonna look to place the side of my chin here on his hip bone, on the opposite side here, okay? So I'm looking to go here, and I want to flatten out his hips here, okay? Making sure that he doesn't come up on the side and can hip escape away, okay? Because as soon as I can flatten Christian's hips here, I'm pinning him down, and it's really hard for him to move, right? So right now, I'm looking to bring my shoulder on this hip bone and my head on the opposite hip bone, okay? Still keeping the same grips. I'm coming here, okay? So we're just gonna move so people can see here, okay? If your weight is too far on one side, most likely you're gonna fall, you can lose the position, all of that, right? But if you're putting your weight on top of him, it will be much easier to keep the balance, okay? So I got my grips, got my head and my shoulder there, and now we're gonna talk about how I'm gonna keep passing him, okay? So watch how, if I try to kick my leg here, his leg is hooking my leg, okay? So I can't get my leg free, and that's a problem. But what am I gonna do? I'm gonna walk so that I'm parallel to Christian, so that his knee is completely stretched out. And that's when I'm gonna remove my leg and bring it behind his knee here, okay? So starting from the same position, I'm coming in here, boom. So now, when we're parallel like this, if he tries to hook my leg, it's super hard, okay? As soon as I walk to the side here, now it's hard for me to pass. But I wanna stretch him out and then pass my leg. So, different angle. So, passing my hand under, and I'm gonna go and flatten him out here, okay? So from here, watch how I'm always like completely straight with him and his body. So now I can easily remove this leg here, okay? I'm always on my toes, never on my knees, so that all my weight is on top of him, okay? So now I'm gonna bring my knee behind his knee here, okay? I like to post my foot on the floor here because it's gonna be a lot harder for him to recover like this. Of course, if I'm here, then it's a little bit of a shorter way for him to hip escape and come back to guard. But if I'm here, now watch how it's going to be harder for Christian to hip escape. And I can easily follow and even move up to a good side control there. Okay? So one last time. Nice and easy. Boom. Hand comes under, grab the pants here. And we have a 3 points. Okay guys, so we're gonna go a little bit further here in the over underpass and under over. Man, I mess this up every time. Under over, I think. Yeah. Okay. So here I started going for the same pass that we just did. Okay. And what happens is, as soon as I'm moving my head over and trying to flatten his hips out, he's gonna be fighting to push my head away. Okay. Suddenly, I can't close the space on this side anymore. Okay. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna pass to the opposite side here. Okay. And so what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to use my shoulder to bump his leg over my head here. Okay. So now he pushes me like I tried to go in. I'm gonna move out to the side here. Okay. There's a couple ways to do this. The no-gi version, I can grab around his thigh and step back. Or the gi version, I can grab his belt and punch down to the side here, okay? So let's say I try to go first in, and I'm moving around. So now, it's always gonna be a little bit of scramble here. But if he moves away, I'm gonna go for the back, right? If he comes in towards me, I'm gonna straight away try to establish the side control here, okay? So it's a little bit of an action-reaction move. Definitely you have to time it. And it's like, if he has created too much space between me and his hips, like all the way here, now it's too late. I can't work from here, okay? So it's more when I'm trying and he's pushing me away. So I'm stepping. Watch how I'm backstepping here at the same time as I'm using the shoulder to push his leg over my head here, okay? Now, as soon as I'm past, I can use this grip on the belt to kind of punch his hips down and bring myself up, okay? As I said before, there's a couple of different reactions that are gonna happen here. Some are gonna try to turtle and recover guard that way. Others are gonna turn back in towards you, and then you'll have to fight for the position on that side, okay? So, one last time here. So starting with the over-under, he pushes me away. Here, move up. Of course, if he gives me the seat belt, that's perfect. If not, go for the nice and easy side control. Hope you guys liked it, and as always, please like and subscribe. Hey guys, welcome to another week here at the beginners class, and today we're going to do some stack pass. This is like basic bread and butter techniques, and I feel like it's always an important technique to know. Even in like the brown belt, high level divisions, you will still have use for this later on, right? So it's the over under, or is it under over? I'm not sure anymore. Under over, I think that's what it's called. So here, I'm trapping Christian's leg here on one side, and what I'm looking for is to throw my other arm under and grab right over his hip bone here on his thigh here, okay? So I want to keep myself super tight here. I'm going to cup his knee here with this other hand, okay? And when I'm cupping, I'm not keeping my elbow out like this. This is giving him a lot of attacks. Like, if I was Christian, I would be really happy to see a person do this for me, okay? But I want to keep my elbow tight to my body here so that when I go in for the pass, he tries to go for an underhook, he has to really fight to get that underhook, right? And by that time, I'm trying to like flatten his hips out already. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the side of my face on his opposite hip bone here on the other side. On the Same side here, I'm gonna use my shoulder, and what I wanna do is I wanna pin his hips to the ground here. So I'm gonna use my shoulder here and my face to hold his hips stable on the floor, okay? Important here, right? So as soon as his hips go onto the side, suddenly he has a lot of movement. He can move back, he can hip escape, all of that, right? As soon as I can flatten his hips out, then if he tries to hip escape now, it's like super slow and easy to catch him, and I can nice and easy start setting up passes, right? So here, I'm going under his hips, and now cupping his knee, I'm gonna go and put myself so that I have my shoulder and my face on his hip bones here, okay? So now, watch what I'm gonna do with my legs. So you're gonna see when you try to pass and you try to kick his leg back, his leg is hooking my leg and I can't free it, okay? So what I wanna do now is I wanna go and straighten myself up so that I'm in a straight line with Christian here, okay? So when his knee is totally stretched out, he can't hook my leg anymore. So when I'm here, it's easy for me to get this leg free, okay? So the difference is when I'm in an angle, he's hooking. But when I'm straight in front of him, try to hook now, Christian, I can move around, okay? So the position I'm looking for now, once my leg has passed, is putting my knee right behind his knee here. And I'm kind of pushing his hips over to the other side here. This is gonna make it much harder for him to recover and come back to the guard, right? So here, into the over, under, and my head goes over to the other side. I'm flattening it out and making sure I'm straightening his legs, okay? Or his leg. So now, moving my foot around, I can come up, okay? It's gonna be a little bit of a fight. He's gonna maybe post on my elbow, whatever it is. I like to always make sure I'm swimming my hand on the inside here, okay? I don't like to come from the outside because now there's a Kimura chance and stuff like this. But if I go with my elbow first, then usually I will be safe and I can set up a nice side control, okay? So let's do a different angle. Here, boom, here, pass, come up, and there we go. Okay, so super basic, but always a very viable option. Okay guys, so we're gonna go a little bit further here, and we're gonna set up a different pass when Christian reacts by pushing my head away. Okay, so same scenario, I'm trying to go in and try to flatten him out and try to pass, but straight away Christian knows what I'm trying to do, so he's trying to push my head away here, okay? Important, I have to react as soon as I feel him pushing, okay? So if his knee is in between us and I'm too far away, it's already too late, okay? So I'm doing this as soon as I feel he's pushing my face away like this, okay? So now the hand here, I'm gonna grab tight around his thigh here, okay? And I'm gonna use this shoulder actively to push his leg over my head, okay? So when he's pushing, that's the reaction that I'm looking for, okay? So now, when his leg is touching the floor here, or at least thrown over to the other side, I'm gonna step back with this leg, okay? So I was originally with this leg in between my legs, but I'm gonna step and de-hook it, okay? Of course, it's gonna be a little bit of a scramble here. I like to throw my hand down and look for the side control. Of course, if he tries to go away, you will have to fight for the seat belt, maybe even start going for the first hook for the back take. And there's a couple of scenarios that can happen from there, okay? So, starting from the under over here, he's pushing my head away. So I'm gonna throw his leg over, step back, and move up to his upper body, okay? If he's looking away, you can set up the seatbelt. If he's staying here, nice. I have the side control, right? Boom. Nice. So this is also very important to feel whether your opponent is pushing or not, as it's vital to know the difference so that you can always attack in the right time, right? So if the person's not pushing your head away, it might be best to just go with the first move, right? Okay. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe.